Well, thank you, Erin, for having me. I feel privileged that you guys would even invite me to be on here and to let me be a part of this. Um, uh, when you were telling me kind of like what your idea was with this, I think you called it the community meetings is what you're going to start having.
Yeah.
I loved it immediately because that is what this is all about. That's what is really going to make it or break it for people. We've got an incredible product. We have an incredible opportunity for people who are here to make a great income. But ultimately, what is going to make it a really positive, great experience is you guys and the connections that we all build with each other. So I love that you are doing this, Erin, and I think it's incredible. And I'm just very grateful that I could be on here with you guys tonight. I know that we have a company call here at 7:30, so I'm going to be pretty quick. I've still got to call Zach and go over a few things with him, but as I've talked to some of the leaders over the past few days, I can't help but feel of the energy that's out in the field this year for this upcoming year, and I'm so excited for 2020 to see what it holds for ZYIA Active and for each and every single one of you in your own businesses. And I've loved that I've heard from the leaders how energetic the field is right now, and it is going to be a big year. I have no doubt. Great energy, great things happening, great things that we have planned for you guys, and I think it is going to just be an incredible year. And one bit of advice I would love to give you guys. I know we all have our own individual goals, but I would really love to put a goal out there for you guys. And that goal is, I'm sure you guys heard about the promotion that we're going to be going to Jamaica in July. And I would highly recommend for you guys to make that a goal. Whether you can go and make it happen or not, it is so important to make it a goal to go and to do the actions that it takes to be in Jamaica. The reason that we set up these promotions is because it incentivizes the right behaviors to set you up for a successful year in your business. And that's what we want for you guys. We want you guys to have a successful year with your ZYIA business. And the things that are going to get you there are the parties and the rank advancing and bringing new people to your team. And that is how you are ultimately going to qualify for this Jamaica trip. So I would highly recommend taking the steps that's going to get you to Jamaica. And obviously, because we love spending time with you guys, we love building the connections, and we just love our ZYIA family so much. So of course, we want you guys all there, but it's going to be an incredible trip. It'll set you guys up if you do those behaviors for a very successful year in your business. So that's a goal that I would put out there for you guys to really look that over and do what it takes to get there. Jump all in, make it happen, and we are just beyond excited for this year with you guys and to watch your businesses grow and to be here to support you guys and however you need help with. Don't be afraid to reach out to us. Don't be afraid to reach out to me. I would love to be able to personally help you guys in any way that I can. So please reach out to us. Just let's start 2020 out with a bang, and let's see how big we can make this year. And let's, whether it's your personal goals, your business goals, let's make it happen this year. And let's continue this good energy, these good vibes throughout the year, and help support each other and come together as our awesome community and help continue to uplift each other and inspire each other. And just know that we're very, very thankful for you guys and all the time and energy that you put into this business to make it happen. You guys are definitely the ones out there making this happen, and we're just incredibly grateful. Erin, I didn't want to take up too much time because I know that you have a lot to go over, but I did want to get on and real quick and just say hello
Thank you.
Anything else any questions you guys have? Anything that else I can clear up or honestly questions? Anything else, Erin?
No, this is perfect. I'm so excited, and I thought this would be a great way to kind of kick off the year and get to hear from you personally. So thank you so much for doing that for us, because it's amazing. So appreciate it.
Of course. I feel so grateful that I could be on, and hopefully we'll see all of you guys on here in, let's see, like what, 20 minutes?
Exactly.
Hey,
Yeah.
awesome. Okay, and then I would love to stay on, but I'm gonna go, I have to go call Zach and go over a few things for the call at 7:30. So I'm gonna hop off, but thank you guys, and I love that you're doing this, Erin.
Thank you so much.
Okay, bye ladies.
Bye. Yay. Okay. I'm so glad that you guys were able to hop on for this. Okay. So what we're going to do is, my goal for these calls is to bring our whole team together as much as possible. So both the US and the Canadian team, and to have us become more tightly connected. I don't really intend for these to be like heavy training calls, just because there are so many resources between ZYIA Gals and ZYIA Life and the Facebook training events and Chrissy's website and all that. There are so many training resources and so many different types of ways that you can get various, ideas. But what I want this to be is really hopefully something where we can come together, we can really sort of like connect with each other, support each other. And going forward, what I was thinking would be great is, doing something where we have people can share. This can be a great place to share, peaks of the week, wins that you've had, successes that you've had, and not just, for your sales or whatever it is, but maybe it's people on your team, or it can be little things, big things, whatever it is. And then also I want this to be a place where we can kind of ask for help from each other as far as like requests for support. So if you're getting ready to start like a Facebook party, or you're struggling with a certain part of your business, or you're just looking for some new ideas or whatever it is, that this can be a place where we come together, because there's like almost 250 of us now across the two countries, which is awesome, and it's amazing, and there's such power in that. And so I really want us to take that energy and really pull from it. And like Erin said, and I truly believe this with all my heart, is that the core of what makes ZYIA so special and what makes this experience so unique is truly the community, and it is the coming together, and it is establishing relationships. That's why there's people that are on this call tonight that are not even on our team, but they are people that I'm connected to, that I love deeply, that I would never have met were it not for ZYIA. And so the goal of this is going to be to really try and like foster a great united community type effort. So that's really what I want, like the goal of it to be. And then obviously there's going to be some nights that I leave. There's going to be some that those of you that are a director and above, I've asked for you to kind of jump in. And then there's some other guests that I have kind of lined up. There's a few for this month. And my goal in that is to really bring in some people that are not necessarily the same kind of voices that you're hearing from all the time, right? And they're not necessarily, a ZYIA executive and above or whatever it is. It's not about their rank or their team size or whatever it is. It's just bringing in some people that I think have some really unique things to offer us, whether it's they've generated really high personal sales, or they run their business in a really unique way, or whatever it is. Again, just to bring in some fresh ideas and some fresh inspiration for everybody. So that's kind of what I want the goal of this to be, and it can evolve, and it can, as we go through and see what's helping, what's working, I'm totally open to suggestion and feedback and things like that. But I really wanted us, and again, these are going to be quick. We're going to do like 30-minute ones, just to really have quick touch points where we can see each other, we can say hello, we can start to kind of get to know each other better. And again, like I said, really connect between the two countries as well, because there's so much that we all bring to the table. But what I wanted to talk a little bit about tonight is, so I heard a message this weekend, and it really resonated with me. And the general kind of background of it was about setting the temperature. And it was this very kind of long story where it compared, and it was in church. So this was a faith-based sermon about, you know, a thermometer and things like that. Anyway, long story short, but the part that I took away from it was, you know, the message was really about you remember when it's like an 80-degree day. You remember when it's a 10-degree day. Fahrenheit, sorry for the Canadians. So you remember these extremes, right? But you don't remember a 40-degree day. Like, what's a 40-degree day, right? It's just like another day. It's just like an average day, like whatever. Again, sorry, I don't know Celsius, but just picture like an average day, right? It's kind of chilly. It's not that cold. It's not that hot, whatever it is, right? And this really resonated with me because I think so often we sort of like set ourselves on cruise control and we kind of like check the box and we just sort of like mail it in a little bit, and you start to get kind of complacent in your business and you just sort of like, you set it at this temperature, right? And you just kind of like coast there. But what I want to challenge you guys to really think about are ways that you can really like set the tone, set the temperature for your business this year in a way that isn't just sort of like kind of dabbling with it, okay? It's that you're really gonna like go after it. And we all have like a million competing interests, right? Whether it's, you know, your other careers, your mom life, your all of these different things, right? So I get that we're all super, super busy. But what I want you guys to really think about is finding ways that you can really maximize this business. The opportunity is still so huge. There are so many markets that are untapped. Those of you that are in Canada, obviously it's just this like wide open, huge thing, right? But even here in the US, you know, I still talk to people often here that have just like they've never heard of ZYIA still. So I want you to really think about ways that you can really kind of like challenge yourselves to like do more this year, right? And the other thing that they said, and I posted this on Facebook last night, is if you have a dream or a goal without a staircase, it's just going to stay a dream or a goal. So you have to have action steps, right? So whether it is, you know, and mine change from day to day, they change from month to month. It looks different depending on what my goals are, right? But when I know like this is a month that I need to focus on recruiting and sponsoring people because I need, you know, I'm working on X, Y, and Z, or like, you know, I have, you know, done all of these different events and I have decent sales and I need to focus on X, whatever it is, right? So it's constantly adjusting and you're constantly moving with it, but you have to make some action. You have to take some steps. And again, that's a matter of sitting down and actually like saying like, okay, today I'm going to work on what my posting's going to be, what my content's going to be, or maybe it's, I'm going to reach out to like, you know, 10 gyms or, you know, whatever it is. Again, these things are all going to be tailored to what your goals are. And those goals will change and they'll vary. And sometimes they change within the week. Sometimes they change within the month. A new promo will come out, or again, you'll all of a sudden have a whole bunch of events pop up that you weren't expecting. And now you need to work on sponsoring or whatever it is. So I would encourage you all to really start thinking proactively about your business. And again, to treat your business like a business and being consistent, creating your own space, creating your own brand, your own feeling within the market is so, so important. And some of those action steps are not things that will have immediate results come from them, but over the long run, it will completely pay off in spades. And I have seen that in my own business. And there's times where I get frustrated or I feel stagnant or like, I don't know what's next. I was messaging with Courtney about this today. Like there's times where you feel kind of like, I don't know what's next. I don't know what I'm doing. And my advice is always just like, do something, like take some action. And it's so important to do that. And if you don't kind of create plans for yourself, and really be proactive about it, you get kind of stuck, you get kind of stagnant. So that's kind of my challenge, my goal for you as we're starting off the new year is to really think about what are your short-term goals, what are your long-term goals, where do you see yourself a month from now, 3 months from now, 6 months from now? Do you see yourself wanting to grow a team? Do you see yourself rank advancing? Do you see yourself just focusing on your personal sales? Like, kind of where do you see yourself? And reach out to your mentor, reach out to me. whatever it is that you need to kind of help sort of get you on that path for where you want to see yourself. But you have to have a vision, you have to have a goal, and then you have to take that and you have to put in some steps that are going to help get you there. So I hope that makes sense, but that's kind of where I wanted to start and kick off this year. And again, I wanted this to be an opportunity just to bring us all together. I do a lot of lives, in our group and things like that. And that's usually just sort of like on a whim. I'm like, oh, I need to tell them this, or this inspired me, or whatever it is. And I want to kind of consolidate that into this type of framework where we can all like connect with each other. So if anybody has any like questions, if you have things that you want to like, talk about, any sort of inspiration, whatever it is, feel free to like, you can unmute yourself. You kind of hover over yourself, you can unmute yourself. I'm not going to unmute everybody because sometimes there's a lot of background noise and we have some little peanuts. Some are snoozing, so maybe you're not, but anyway, feel free to ask questions, tell me what you need, things like that. This is kind of like your time. We have a few minutes left before we have to transition over to the company call. And so if you need support with something, whatever it is, like this is your time. Feel free. And let me know if you need help unmuting yourself because I can help with that too.
Hey, Erin, it's Amanda.
Hi.
Hey.
Happy New Year.
Real quick, I just wanted to see if anybody has gotten any good feedback on the going paperless part of what ZYIA is doing in the new year. I know that that was a concern for some customers in the past, so I don't know if anybody's messaged that out and gotten any good feedback on it.
Has anybody had people get the like shipping delay? I haven't gotten stuff yet that I'm waiting on.
I haven't either, so I was wanting to see kind of how it looked and how it worked and everything.
Did they get rid of the thank you cards too? I meant to ask about that. The shipping postcards.
Oh, yeah.
I
have a bazillion of those around my house, so
Same.
I can send my own if I need to.
Same. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know about you guys, but I don't think I've had anybody get stuff.
Well, it's just something good to kind of keep in mind when our customers are talking about, how, where the products are sourced and where the, items are manufactured. It's a good thing to also mention like, hey, we also are paperless and, this is a new goal for our company going into the new year. And I think it will resonate with a lot of people. I'm interested to see how it all works. I didn't know if anybody had witnessed it yet, but just thought I'd ask.
Yeah, no, I personally haven't, but I think it's going to be a great thing to keep an eye on. I think there's going to be a lot of changes again this year as there were last year, just with the changing of the warehouse again as they continue to build that and things like that. Mm-hmm. So I do think we're going to have to kind of like, buckle up for some of that.
And then what about feedback? I know that they did a survey last year and they really took a lot of our feedback and that was phenomenal. Do we know if they're planning on doing another round of that or?
I don't, but I'll message them about that. I think the other thing that we all need to be prepared for is that as the leadership team gets ready to head to Thailand, there's going to be some serious dead time in communication, which is providing me some personal anxiety. Hopefully it'll be okay. But I think just to make you guys aware of that, there are a lot of people and they're going to be gone and they're going to be like really gone when they're gone. So just everybody like fingers, toes, all the things. But I will definitely mention it because I agree last year when they did that survey, I feel like they brought back a ton of like products that were favorites. Like I feel like it was a lot of like good things that came from it. The summit this past year in Utah, the main summit was like night and day different from the year prior. And obviously we've grown a lot and all of that as well. There's a lot more infrastructure, but so much feedback came from the mini summits and the main summits. And they took all of that and they did a ton with it too. So But yeah, I'll definitely ask because those are fun. And I feel like it's a great way to like give input, especially because I feel like I've noticed that there's a difference between the Canadian and the US kind of like things that everybody really likes. Oh, sorry. As far as like what everybody is really excited about too between the two countries. So, okay, this thing is saying that it wants to time out. The Zoom may time out here in just a second. Since there are so many of us. Okay, I'm gonna have to upgrade this, I think, since there's so many of us so that we don't run out of time, which it's not gonna let me do at the moment. But okay, so leadership call starting here in just a minute anyway. So start thinking about other things you guys want to talk about, goals, all the fun things. I love seeing like all the sisters and the twins and like the babies. This is so fun. I know, I see you guys, little matching twinsies. I know. Hi, Megan. We have all these different fun. Morgan. We have like fun other people, their teams, and little snoozers, tiny little snoozers. Mallory and Carson's babies are like almost the same age. So we have little nuggets. I love it. Okay, I will see you guys if you can hop onto the corporate call here in just a minute. But I'm so excited for this, and cheers to a good year. So excited.
Thanks, Erin.
Okay, talk to you soon.
Hey, bye.
Bye.